It's 5:45 and I've started walking. I'm trying to do 22 today. It's going to be another hot day, although I won't be doing anything like that. Climb up out of Sierra City. So we'll see how it goes. The lakes are definitely very pretty. It's been pretty hazy this morning, at least compared to the last 2 days. I'm going up one of the decent climbs. It's not that bad though, especially compared to yesterday. There's one more that I might be able to blue blaze around, but I'm not sure yet. I'll have to evaluate that at lunch. But yeah, the day's not going too badly. I mean, it's hot again, and it will be hot for the next few days, I think, at least. But it's fine other than that, I guess. All right, I'm on my lunch break, sitting at this dirt road. I have ramen for lunch for once instead of wraps. I couldn't find any salami at the store in Sierra City, and I didn't want to pay for more packets of tuna that cost $4 each. So I didn't do wraps for this stretch. I'm doing ramen for lunch, and some of my dinners. But yeah, I have 7.5 or 8.5 miles to go. I'm gonna do a bit of a blue blaze, I think. That I think adds a mile, but it avoids a climb or two, which I think will be worth it, although I'm not sure. But yeah, and then I'm camping right at / a little bit before Quincy Laporte Road, which is right before a burn scar area. So I'm hoping to get a lot of that burn scar area done tomorrow morning, hopefully early, before it gets too hot. Some people are skipping it, trying to hitch or get a trail angel to pick them up at Quincy Laporte Road, because it is a proper paved road that goes into Quincy, but it's not very direct, and it's quite windy, and it's 20 miles into Quincy. So I have enough food to go up to Bucks Lake Road to get into Quincy, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Although the pro to camping there is, sorry, there's an ant on me, is that if anyone else happens to have already planned to do that, I can just hop in. So I like camping places and eating lunch places that give me options, or allow the possibility of something cool. I don't know if that makes sense. I take a lot of breaks at roads in the unlikely hope that someone will drive by and be like, do you want a Gatorade? Or do you want to go to town? Or whatever. Which is kind of silly, because it's really it's not that most of the time that does not happen. But I think it makes me feel better to be well, something could happen here. There's more potential in a location, if that makes any sense. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about right now. But I'll probably end up just doing the burn scar area in the morning and going into Quincy via Bucks Lake, not tomorrow, but the day after, I think. Also, there's a frying pan screwed or bolted to that tree over there, which is special. I was on a dirt road for a while, and then it dumped me out on a trail, but the trail on my topo maps says it's like a named road, and there's no way it could even have been a dirt road, which is kind of entertaining. You know, I love using topo maps to like figure out a route, and also like having the topo maps downloaded is just so like smart and like helpful anyway, because I know a ton of hikers who like don't know that they can download the topo on Far Out, but it's so useful. And I also have topo maps on my Garmin app, but sometimes they're slightly off, or there's something about it that you kind of have to laugh at, because you're like, this is not a road at all. So it's just kind of funny. But hey, as long as the line is accurate as to where it goes, couldn't care less. So I just got to Quincy Laporte Road, and I knew there was wildfire damage ahead. Not an active fire, but like damage from years before, and like blowdowns and like a big burn scar that would like suck. But I thought that it was just like people didn't want to hike it sort of thing, and now I'm seeing signs that it's like not required, but like suggested that you skip it actually from here, the next like 30 miles essentially. Basically, I think from where this you would like go from here up into Quincy and then just back to like near Bucks Lake, I think, which has been considering doing that. Either if I can get a hitch today, then great, or if not, like I was planning on camping here anyway, so then just trying again tomorrow, and like I'd get it at some point tomorrow, I would assume, or someone would have a ride arranged, I assume, but I don't know. So yeah, it might be kind of silly to like camp out by the road and like wait for a hitch that might take like a full day. Based off of the comments I've seen, people have said this is like one of the worst roads to hitch from, because it's paved, but like I guess it's just very few cars going through. I heard one car every 20 minutes or so. But like, I've got food for the next day and a half, and surely it wouldn't take that long to get a hitch. Surely not more than like into tomorrow afternoon. And even that would be a lot. Like, I assume even if no cars are just coming through here, someone behind me has got to have organized a ride behind, or a ride past the closures that I could hop in on. So I don't know, I might, because it's like officially recommended, it makes it sound a little more intimidating, and I might just try to camp out and wait for a hitch, maybe. I don't know. Oof, decisions. But regardless, I've got to get water, and it's like 0.3 down the road, which is annoying. But I was gonna get it before I got to the road, like on my way, so I didn't have to go this far off trail. But then I had heard that there were people who were 20 minutes in front of me who had an extra seat available in a ride that they had arranged, and so I was hoping to get to the road by then. But there was no one here when I got here. So, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. But like, regardless, I'm at the end of my day, because I was literally planning on camping by this road anyway. So I'll maybe not set up for a while and sit by the road to see if I could get a hitch tonight, so that I don't squander my chances by like setting up and being all cozied up in my tent. So I think I'll get water and then just like camp out by the road trying to hitch, metaphorically, and then later, if I need to, actually set up camp and then try again tomorrow if needed. We'll see. Okay, I found this piece of like reflective tape that fell off of one of the road sign thingies. So I used my Sharpie and turned it into a little sign that'll hopefully help catch the eye of the one car an hour that goes through here, maybe. Knew I carried around that Sharpie for some reason, but yeah, like I said, it's like, if I don't get a hitch today, I'll either just go through the burn area, or I'll maybe start road walking to Quincy tomorrow.
because I could do that too. It's about 22 miles. I've heard that the road is really sketchy and that you shouldn't do that. That doesn't mean that I won't necessarily. We'll see. I think that maybe depends on how long I spend tomorrow, if at all, trying to get a hitch. Because if I waste a bunch of the day doing that, then it's like, okay, you know, fate is dwindling. But we'll just see how it shakes out. I might also just keep the original plan and go through the burn area. Other hikers are doing that, to be fair. Like, it's not... I know it's not, like, dangerous, really. It's just unpleasant. But also, like... I am always more inclined when I see a sign that's like, hey, it is officially recommended that you skip this section. I get a little antsier, even if all of the other hikers are like, no, it's fine. And it's not like you're not allowed to go through the section. It's not like it's closed. But still, it's not phrased. I don't know. The phrasing of the sign is like, it is recommended that you skip this section. So that makes me want to skip it a little more than I had previously. Right now, the only two vehicles I've seen have gone the opposite direction. I thought I heard a car, so I had cut off the video and jumped up, but no. I'm just hearing things. But so far, the only two vehicles, one of which being a motorcycle, have been both going in the opposite direction than I want to go. So, embarrassing.